Welcome to Vodafone Firestarters, a traveling live show on innovation and the mobile internet that hooks up with art, technology, fashion, and music events. And today at ADE Next, we will be talking about music, obviously. ADE Next is the talent platform of the Amsterdam Dance event, which focuses on young producers and DJs. And the shows will be available as online videos after the event via VodafoneFirestarters.nl. The main topic of today's show will be licensing, making music for games and building apps. Without further ado, I would like to introduce you to our esteemed guests today, who will introduce themselves, I hope, if they can, in one tweet. Mark.
Okay, my name is Mark Romboy. I'm running the record label Systematic Recordings, which is also a publishing company. And sometimes I DJ as well.
My name is Martin Hewitt. I work in Sony PlayStation in London. I license music for titles such as SingStar, Gran Turismo, Wipeout, Little Big Planet, and have I run out of letters yet? And license for games and adverts and trailers.
Ronnie.
My name is Ronnie Krieger. I used to set up the Beatport Europe office, and after a little break, I have now started working with a band called Mode Selector and helped them to get their labels Monkey Town and 50 Weapons started.
I would like to know from you if you think crafting sound for games and movies takes the art out of making music. Mark.
No.
No?
No.
You just yes, no answer? Obviously no.
Yeah. Ronnie?
I think, if you...
No, yes or no?
I can't say yes or no.
Okay. Okay, so then explain why you can't say yes or no.
Well, the thing is that if you look at the traditional form of music, like many years ago, people were actually listening to music with the record sleeve in their hand and just listening to music, doing nothing else. Nowadays, that's not really the contemporary form of listening to music anymore, because most people listen to music while they answer emails, while they do something else, maybe even listen to music, watch TV, and read a book at the same time. That's just how people are these days. So looking at the old school perception of consuming music, I would say yes, it is against the traditional art of music, but since the habit of everyone nowadays has changed anyways, doesn't do a difference. It just fits to the lifestyle of people. And, driving a car while listening to the music is also a combination that is kind of known, because many people did that while driving anyways in their cars. So it might take you away from 100% of focus on just listening to the music, but that is just the way life is anyways these days. So it's a...
So is Motor Selector in games?
Yes,
music?
they are. We've done, I don't know why, but I think we can talk about that later, but I think it always really depends on what the people who make these selections really like. And if you have the fortunate scenario that these people like your music, then it is usually a scenario that happens not only once, but several times. So Mode Selector have been fortunate enough to be in Rockstar games, I think 4 or 5 times or whatever. So once you got someone to be interested in your music, it usually helps you to be reconsidered.
And can you pay the new live show from being in Rockstar?
There haven't been any games lately, and I think it would not quite be enough. But fortunately, Mode Selector are touring like I think 100 dates a year or something, so we don't need that income to pay for the live show. It's crazy expensive. I mean, if you have a team of visual artists to work for half a year to make your visuals with 7 people, it does cost money. But they're in a fortunate position. They are not just starting. They've been around for a while. They get a good fee. So after half the tour or whatever, they will have paid for everything.
Mark, it
Yes.
took a few seconds before you gave the answer, and there was a little smile on your face. What's your take on the subject?
Well, it took some time because I didn't sleep last night. So the synapse speed is a bit slow today. No, but my no is 100% because music is music. Here's my ear. And when I see this, my ear cannot see it. So music can cause a certain emotion, and the visuals or a game or an interaction can only support this emotion. So a definite no.
I don't agree. I mean, music is music. It doesn't matter where it ends up to be used. It takes always a lot of effort to do quality music.
I actually support the games, the music for the game side of things. I think the industry's taken quite a different turn, and I think that it's going to be big.
I love the idea of placing music in video games, and I have placed some songs in games and movies, and more. It's great.
And yes, there are definitely examples of where it does, where it overshadows the art and the music. But I mean, not that I can top of my mind come up, but I'm sure that there are also very good examples of where they can be combined in a positive way.
I think to have music in games, correct? And in that format, I think that's an amazing thing. My artist has actually had his vocals in games before, and it adds so much character and so much playfulness.
We're going to go to the next statement with a video. Traditional DJ performance is no longer acceptable with all this new technology that is available. Yes or no?
No.
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 No?
No.
Okay. So that's clear. So vinyl is still the love for vinyl is still okay if people just want to play 2 records and are good at it.
Of course.
But you don't do that anymore?
Well, I stopped with vinyl like 5 years ago, after I played it for almost 20 years. Switched over to CD for 2-3 years, and then 1 year ago I switched over to Tractor 1 and now 2. And I want to develop a little bit, and vinyl, I'm still pressing vinyl as a label because I want to deliver the vinyl lovers their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But to me personally, I don't want to do this anymore.
You were in this video. Can you tell a little bit about how this works? It's called Emulator.
Yeah, it's called Emulator. It's a collaboration of 2 guys from Argentina and Canada. They started to do a company together called Smith & Martin, and they developed a multi-touch MIDI controller, which you can use on your tablet PC, for instance, but you can also use it on a large screen. And this is actually what I am using also tonight at Chicago Social Club. If you want to come, feel free. You're invited. And so my tool is a 42-inch screen with a projector, and yeah, I play as a DJ with touch like a huge iPhone, and it's good fun. And what I have to say is the screen is transparent, so the audience can see my panel as well. So it's totally controllable in a way, but a nice show effect. Back in the days when you went to a club, it was only, again, the audio signal which reached your brain, and the visuals were not really important. And now we are entering a stage also with his support, and also with his mode selector band, that visuals become more and more interesting and more influential. And I really like this aspect because I have more than ears, and my idea was like, why not using these tools? Why not using new developments? That's it.
You know, Mode Selector always from the first record on had a very technological approach. You know, they've been part of that so-called IDM or whatever scene. They've been using max patches to play live or whatever. It was always based on technology. So it would have kind of looked ridiculous if they would be touring with, you know, traditional vinyl or something like that. And I think their ambition is just really far beyond. You've probably heard that as well, this big fallout with Richie Horton on Facebook or something that just happened. And I just can't believe that people are still so emotional about this vinyl or digital domain. You know, it shouldn't even be a topic anymore, because in the end, what does a DJ do? He either plays, or she either plays good music and you have a good party, or not. And if they play that from their iPhone, from vinyl or whatever, it doesn't matter at all.
I think you can get creative in certain parts where you couldn't with the old style. So there's pluses and minuses. But no, again, yeah, I think it's a good thing.
Now I can DJ and have some great visuals and still sing live and play some music, and so it's beautiful how it's brought us together. You know, for anyone who's a music producer can pretty much use the same technology and produce a fantastic show that's, you know, more visual live. People go to see the music, you know, as much as they're listening to it.
Those who want to stay traditional, stay traditional. I feel like in music and everything, it's always evolving. Those that want to evolve with the times, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. To go commercial or to evolve with new technology.
It doesn't matter what you use technically to produce what you have in mind, to produce a show in this case. There are still some DJs performing with vinyl, even though it's a very small minority at the moment.
The role of the music publisher will be over in this DIY era.
No, not at all.
It becomes more important than ever, yeah.
It becomes more important.
Yeah, exactly, because there are so many more layers, there's so many more formats and so many more ways. It's actually quite a challenge to do the administration. I just had a meeting with a friend this morning, and we were talking about this. You know, when Beyoncé puts out her album in 150 or 160 different formats, that's just still one album. Who is to administer all that, you know? And it's gone much crazier now with all the technology use and all the use of parts or whatever. Somebody needs to administer that, and I think any label or any artist in the world would be completely lost trying to do it on their own, especially worldwide. No way.
Yeah, I mean, publishers are all about income streams, small income streams, but every income stream, and I don't think labels are really geared up to deal with that, and you need someone who's specialised in collecting performance, mechanic, all those streams.
So the role of the label will be over more than the music publisher.
No, I think there's room for labels, but I think labels just have to be more agile. They have to kind of be like sure of what they're doing. The days of kind of massive promotional campaigns with no back-end sales are over.
Yeah, but it's more likely that the label is more that the publisher is more important in the future. It's very likely. Because when it comes to the label work, every private person can go to aggregation company and say, okay, please distribute this to iTunes, Beatport, etc.
But will that work?
When it comes to publishing, it's a bit more complex, and actually you have to study for this.
I don't think we can eliminate the role, and as much as us artists are trying to do so many things now, you know, the role of the publisher, I think, is kind of sacred in that they really can help fast track an artist to a bigger market.
If you really want to make it big and do that, you need management, you need somebody to back you and promote you and stuff like that.
It just depends on the artist, what their needs are, in what capacity they can handle their business. Do they want to just be a full-time artist, or do they want to spend time on the business side?
Publishing is very important. The royalties that come from publishing are a very important part of the music industry.